Back a few years ago, I had a bit of a struggle in my life with mental health and anxiety especially. And I remember talking to someone, and this woman advised me to go to Our Lady and to ask her to be my mother in this difficult situation. She said, just ask Our Lady to help you with the littlest things of everyday life, like getting up in the morning, getting dressed, cooking your meals, getting ready for school, getting ready for work, all the different things that I had to do each day. She said, bring Our Lady into all those things. So I did, and I really experienced during that time Mary mothering me in that time of hardship. I really experienced her tenderness and just her help with those little daily tasks. Lend me your heart. I remember praying the rosary, and when I was on the mystery of the Assumption of Mary, I was just meditating on Our Lady and who she is, and I remember imagining her coming close to me, and I could almost hear her whisper to me, heaven is real. I remember just feeling so strongly that she was trying to convince me that heaven is real. My name is Carmel. I'm from Limerick. I'm one of 10. I'm from a big family. I studied in Maynooth a few years ago, and I did music in Irish, and I'm hoping to become a teacher eventually. I had a very good Catholic upbringing. My parents are both Catholic. They met actually in Taizé in France at a Christian retreat for Easter. So they brought us up Catholic. We prayed every night. Later on in my parents' life, they grew in their devotion to Our Lady, and they started to pray the rosary every night. So we all followed along and prayed the rosary every night with them. As I continued to pray the rosary to the crowning of Our Lady as Queen of Heaven and Earth, I remember her just feeling her talking to me about how much the Lord loves me. And I don't know if, as women, whenever we know that a guy likes us, we have those like butterflies in our tummy. I remember feeling butterflies on my tummy at the thought that Jesus actually loves me, you know. And it was Our Lady who really helped me to realise that during that rosary, that Jesus loves me personally. I remember my mother singing to me a song about Our Lady in Spanish, but it translates as, Mother Mary walks with us along the road of life, and she doesn't leave us alone ever. And this song always spoke to me about Our Lady, and I always imagined Our Lady walking with me along the road of life. So that's kind of my image of Our Lady when I was younger. As I said before, my name is Carmel, and I'm named after Our Lady of Mount Carmel. So throughout my whole life, I've always felt as if Our Lady was looking after me, and I had special protection of Our Lady in my life. That has always inspired me to find out more about her and to grow in my relationship with her. And also the example of my parents has always inspired me to get to know the Lord better and to get to know Our Lady better. Throughout the years, my relationship with Our Lady has grown through different experiences and different things. But my relationship with her really grew last Advent, actually, when I did the consecration to Our Lady that Father Michael Gately has. It's a 33-day consecration to Our Lady. And I remember just coming to the consecration with the question, who are you, Mary? Asking Our Lady to reveal herself to me in a new way, because I had heard about her my whole life, but I really wanted to just grow in my personal relationship with her and to get to know her as another human being, you know, as my mother. So that Advent with the consecration to Our Lady, I really grew in my knowledge of Mary, and I got to know her as a personal mother, as my mother, and that really helped. So by doing this consecration to Our Lady, my relationship with the Lord grew as well. I remember meditating on the Passion, the crucifixion of Jesus on that decade of the Rosary, and just imagining Jesus on the cross and him giving me Mary as my mother. And I remember just realising that it's a big gift, that the Lord has given us Mary as our mother as a big gift, his dying gift. And that really made me realise how generous the Lord is, and it strengthened my relationship with him as well. And ever since then, I've found Our Lady is always leading me closer to Jesus. Whenever I sit down to pray, I always begin by asking Our Lady to help me to pray, and she always ends up helping lead me to Jesus. And it's the same with Mass. I find I often struggle with distractions during Mass and that kind of thing. When I ask Our Lady for her help, and I ask her to help me to enter into the Mass as she would, I find I can enter in much better. Even things like asking her to help me to receive Holy Communion as she would, that always helps me to focus myself on the Lord and to receive Him with more reverence and with more love. I was going through a time of discernment, and I was in a part of discernment where I was kind of losing hope about the future. I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to be a mother or a religious sister. And I think it was the evil one trying to just discourage me in my journey of discernment. But I remember going to a healing retreat and having a really good confession and just a really good retreat. And the retreat leader advised everyone at the retreat to go home, on our way home, to finish praying the whole rosary, so every mystery of the rosary that day, to just receive all the graces that God wanted to give us through the retreat. So I finished all the rosaries that day, and as I was on the joyful mysteries, I remember being at home in our prayer room at home and before the statue of Our Lady. And I remember just looking at the statue of Our Lady during the mystery of the birth of Jesus. And I just remember imagining in that mystery Jesus and Mary and Joseph, Mary mothering Jesus and Joseph being the father there in that scene. And I remember just feeling that if I'm to be a mother, Mary will teach me how to be a mother. If I'm to be a religious sister, she'll teach me how to be a religious sister. I just felt such peace. Mary gave me the grace to feel such peace, knowing that she will teach me in my vocation. And I remember looking at the statue of Our Lady, and the smile on that statue just really spoke to me. I remember just experiencing Our Lady smiling at me through the statue, and just encouraging me. And I felt her say, you know, I'm excited for your future. And I felt excited for my future then as well. She gave me the grace to be hopeful for the future and to know that it was going to be good, that she was going to teach me in whatever I ended up doing.